To humiliate the newly returned real daughter in public, the adopted daughter deliberately gifted her a cheap necklace worth just €10, claiming it was a limited edition piece from a famous designer. The next second, the real daughter calmly dialed the designer's number and asked one simple question: had he ever designed such a necklace? The adopted daughter panicked instantly. She lunged for the phone, but the real daughter grabbed her wrist and held firm. On the other end of the line, the designer exploded in rage. He denied ever creating that piece and publicly threatened to sue for identity misuse, demanding €5 million in damages for reputational harm as a welcome gift for the real daughter. The second brother and younger sister stood there, completely stunned. The real daughter simply smiled, then sweetly called the adopted girl big sister. No one realized that the plainly dressed girl, standing there quietly, was the biological daughter this family had lost for 20 whole years. The story begins 2 decades earlier. When Sun Yenin was 6, her mother decided she wasn't smart enough. She was secretly sent away. Not long after, the mother adopted Lin Weiwei. Only the grandmother never stopped searching for her real granddaughter. 20 years later, the grandmother finally found Sun Yenin and immediately sent the eldest son to bring her home. He waited at the village entrance for 2 hours. Sun Yenin didn't show up. She was busy tending her vegetable garden and clearly didn't care about going home. Annoyed, the eldest brother mocked her, saying he'd never acknowledge a country girl as his sister. The next second, Sun Yenin slapped him across the face and kicked him straight out the door. The adoptive mother rushed over, pretending to smooth things over, claiming it was for Sun Yenin's own good and urging her to cut ties with rural life. Only then did the eldest brother notice the dress Sun Yenin was wearing was a one-of-a-kind custom design, the only one in the world. It was the same dress he had begged Lin Weiwei for, only to be refused. Sun Yenin didn't bother explaining. She turned, mounted her motorcycle, and rode off. The brother shouted after her, warning her she'd never afford the damage if that limited edition got scratched. She only smiled, then twisted the throttle and left. Later, he learned the truth. That motorcycle was worth €50 million, and it belonged to her. Back at the Su household, the real performance began. The mother and Lin Weiwei had already set the stage. Servants openly mocked Sun Yenin, saying she wasn't worthy to be compared with Lin Weiwei. The mother warned her coldly, know your place, or you don't deserve to eat here. Seeing Sun Yenin remain silent, Lin Weiwei assumed she was scared. She fake smiled and handed over the €10 necklace until the designer's phone call blew everything apart. The mother panicked and demanded Sun Yenin withdraw the lawsuit, threatening to kick her out of the house. Before she could finish, the grandmother and the third brother walked in. For 20 years, they were the only ones who never forgot Sun Yenin. The third brother presented her with a necklace worth €100,000. Not famous, not flashy, but sincere. Then he pulled out photographs. In them, Lin Weiwei was bargaining with vendors at a local market. Her elite socialite image collapsed instantly. The mother tried to defend her, claiming it was just a mistake. The third brother cut her off coldly. She abandoned her own daughter for 20 years for an outsider and still chose favoritism. At that moment, a lawyer delivered the legal notice. The designer insisted on €5 million in compensation. The mother paid, then poured all her resentment onto Sun Yenin. Sun Yenin didn't even glance at the money. She donated all €5 million to charity. To her, this was only the beginning. Soon after, the grandmother mentioned a marriage contract from 20 years ago. The Su family had been engaged to a prince from a top-tier elite family. An engagement meant for the real daughter. Lin Weiwei rushed to volunteer herself. The mother and eldest brother eagerly supported it, seeing it as their chance to climb the social ladder. Sun Yenin refused immediately. The mother and Lin Weiwei secretly celebrated, assuming she backed down out of insecurity. On the day of the engagement banquet, Lin Weiwei arrived fully dressed, waiting for the prince. 2 hours passed. He never showed. Just as she was about to announce the cancellation, the doors swung open. The prince walked straight through the crowd and stopped in front of Sun Yenin.